Hey everyone, welcome back to another war video. This one, war number 7 of season 43, for Loki taking on Pycb. I have Doctor Doom, Spider-Man 2099, and Ultron in this one. So let's jump right in. I am on path 2 in both sections. So this first fight is going to be Spider-Man 2099 against Ebony Maw. Big thing with this war is I do not have anti-venom with me, so I don't start with the wither on me, so I have to kind of build up to a special 2. I do use a power start 1 here, so Maw has a power reduction nonsense thing, so I don't get the full first bar of power, but I figured that was still going to be a nice head start. So I get up to the special 2, throw a big special 2. That does a ton of damage against Maw, so now the fight is pretty much over. He's spamming those special ones, and I just go in, and that's it. So nothing too crazy with that fight. On to the next one. So this is going to be Spot. So I'll be using Ultron for this fight. It's not a quote-unquote like true counter. The big thing with Spot is like you can use anyone to fight Spot as long as you just kind of know the basics of how he works defensively. The big thing is you don't really want to hit his block, which I just did, so already a good start. And then when he gets 5 spots on him, the next time you go to hit him with a basic attack, he goes untouchable and stun immune, so he'll come out of the stuns. So you see here he's got 6, so I throw a light and then immediately block because now he's untouchable, so I need to wait for that timer to run out. It runs out, so now I can just kind of go again. And you really just kind of repeat that until he dies. So Ultron, he's a global attacker, so I'm power burning him throughout. So the damage is stacking up. A nice special 2 there. I do have a tech boost on because I'm doing all of my fights in one run, and I'll be using Ultron for most of them. So tech boosts certainly help for this fight and a couple others a little bit later. There, I thought I parried. I think he was still in the tail end of his untouchable, so it didn't work, but that's okay. Ultron, he gets the regen, he's pretty safe. Cost me a couple potions, but that's okay. Ultron able to get through that fight pretty clean. So next fight is the reason I brought Doctor Doom. Doom is going to fight this Korg on Buffet. So I'm going to start, like I have all season with Doom, with a light immediately. And the reason I did that is because I didn't want to parry Korg at the start, because if he shrugs the parry stun, he gets the prowess. And this is the Buffet node, so it's Buffet where they get a regen buff, and then Vigorous Assault where they're unblockable and gain more attack if they have that regen buff. So I'm really trying not to dex. You can see I just block those hits of the special 2. Here I'm just waiting. I meant to dex there to actually activate the Buffet first and then go in so that the fury of my special 3 doesn't get eaten. Didn't work out exactly as planned, but that's okay. Doom still has plenty of damage here to kind of get through. I just do my normal Doom cycle here. I'm going to, at this point, just wait to knock his shield down. There you can see I stunned him. He shrugged it. He got the prowess, so he is gaining a little bit of power here. But now I'm just trying to block till I can hit this last rock shield off, throw the special 3. Again, I wasn't able to trigger Buffet beforehand, so my Fury's going to get eaten, but his power was high enough that at this point this isn't necessarily for damage, this is for power control. So I'm going to Doom cycle here, make sure to nullify that regen, which was nice. Special 1 into a special 2. Without the Fury, it's not going to be quite enough to KO, but it's going to get him pretty close. Parry. I wait a split second there so that I can maybe get some rock shields off, but that combo with the Incinerate is enough to KO that Korg. So, bit of a tricky fight, but Doom able to handle it pretty well. So as I said, I'm on path 2 in section 2. This fight, I've done it a few times here at Spider-Man 2099 against Mojo. If I knock him down, I get a Fury buff. Obviously, Spider-Man's buff immune, so knocking him down is a way for me to pause my debuffs as well. So again, without the anti-venom, it's really just, without the synergy, it's just get the special 2, get the Wither on, and then you play like normal here. I'm just trying to bait out a special 1 because Mojo's special 1 is a lot easier to deal with than a special 2. If he does get to a special 3, I'm just going to sit there and block it. That's, you know, how I've died before, is trying to get fancy and dex a special 2 from Mojo. Just not worth it. Sit there and block it. But here, you know, I have the Wither on. I am just hitting his block, getting those ruptures up. Knock him down where I can, you know, to get dexterity, to get buffs on me to pause, and, you know, dexing and doing all that fun stuff. So, you know, just slowly but surely going through, heavy there to pause. Should be one more combo. I should have thrown the special 1 there. It would have been enough to KO. I didn't. I go in there for another combo, and that's that. So that's it for Spider-Man in this war. The rest of the fights are all going to be Ultron. So I'm going to be using Ultron here for this Sauron on EMP mod. My Ultron is max sig, so any shock effects, including the passive shocks from EMP mod, are going to have a crazy reduced duration. I think it's like 80% reduced or something like that. But he's a Power Start 1. I have Tech Boost on. So Ultron, very good for Sauron with the global. So as long as I parry to get an armor up on me, I'm then able to power burn and get rid of his prowess. And if Sauron doesn't have his prowess, he's pretty easy to fight. So, you know, just getting back up to special 2, throw that special 2. He's almost done. I'm just going to sit here and block this special 1 totally. Bait this heavy, and yeah, that's that. So Ultron able to take that fight very smoothly. Next fight here is going to be this Domino here on Burden of Might and High Energy Diet. So Ultron Special 1 and Special 2 are energy, so I don't want to throw them. I do have a Power Start 1 on from the previous fight. With Burden of Might, I'm pretty much just racing to see if I can get 2 bars of power before that first armor up buff that you see that I have falls off, or before I have to dex. So you can see here, actually, I'm going to try to just block this special 1 rather than dex it because of Burden of Might, because I'm trying to see if I can get to the special 3, because the special 3, then I can throw that and at least use a special. If I don't get it there, you know, it's not the end of the world. Ultron's basic hits and his heavies and the degens are going to do plenty of damage, but you can see there I did dex, an armor up goes off, so all my power is going to go away, and at this point it's just a matter of using my basic attacks, using those degens, throwing those heavies in, and, you know, just trying to deal with Domino. So Ultron doesn't have to deal with crit fail because his abilities can't be failed, so that's nice. So it's just a matter of really just playing Domino, not getting too fancy, not hitting her when she's lucky, you know, watching the decreased stun duration when she's lucky, and then just, you know, weaving in my heavies when they come back. Easy, you know, I had 10 armor up, so even if she were able to hit me a couple times here, it wouldn't really do too much damage. You know, I'm eating a decent amount of block damage so far, but, you know, nothing that a potion won't handle. So you can see very close to the end here, one more parry and combo, and that's it for Domino. So next fight is going to be the last fight for me. It's going to be Bishop here on Safeguard. This is a rank 5 Bishop. Bishop can be pretty annoying here because when he gets prowess and he holds block, he gets regen, but any global attacker is really good for him, and Ultron is especially good for him because if he does throw that special 1 to put the Incinerates on, Ultron at max sig has those Incinerates fall off pretty quickly. That being said, I'm still trying to push him to special 2. So you can see I'm 4 comboing and then holding block. When he's below 2 bar of powers, now I'm just trying to bait the special 2, and because the special 2 is all energy and Ultron has that absorption, I'm not really, you know, doing anything with, you know, dexing or trying to do anything fancy. But here, you know, I throw the special 2. I hit the button a little early, so I thought that I was going to be able to not throw it into his block, but, you know, I threw it directly into his block, so that was fun. But, you know, I take a couple blocked hits. It's not the end of the world. So bait out another special 2, and then from here, throw the heavy, let the degens do some work. You know, just really a matter of trying to not get too fancy in this fight. You know I have the 2 kind of regens to fall back on if I do take a couple combos. This obviously is safeguard, so the degens are doing a decent amount of work. My basic hits can only do up to 1% of his max health. So here, you know, pushed him back up to a special 2. Just, you know, baiting it out, blocking the whole thing. You know, just kind of is what it is. Just a little bit of a slower fight, but a pretty safe one. So, you know, here I thought I was going to throw that special 2. I did not. Here I just one combo into the special 2 just to get a couple degens and, you know, let them kind of tick away. So a couple more hits here, and that will almost do it. That'll do it. So big war for me. I had 7 fights in this one, so that gets me up to 38 fights on the season and a streak now of 44. In terms of the war itself, we were able to win this one, so that's our 2nd win in a row, which is nice. So we are up to 3-4 and towards the top of Platinum 1. Hopefully we are able to sneak back into Masters despite our start. But that will do it for this one. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see everyone soon.